So, about a year and a half back, Tech Mahindra kicked off this really ambitious 3-year turnaround plan. Well, today, we're right at the halfway point. So the big question is the strategy actually working? Let's dive into the evidence and see what's what.
And that's the word coming straight from the top. The CEO, Mohit Joshi, isn't just talking about hope here, he's talking about conviction. And he's saying it's not just a feeling, it's backed by cold, hard results. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put that evidence to the test.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start by checking in on where they are in this whole journey. Then we'll get into the proof, the actual numbers. After that, we'll see how they're doing with their biggest clients, unpack their massive bet on AI, and finally, we'll take a look at what the road ahead might look like.
So first things first, the midpoint check-in. It's really important to remember that what we're looking at is just a snapshot. It's the middle of a 3-year strategic marathon that's supposed to wrap up in fiscal year 27.
Okay, so this timeline really helps put things into perspective. The whole plan got started back in April of 2024. We're now looking at the results from the halfway point, and the finish line is hitting those big FY27 goals. So everything we're seeing so far is the direct result of a really focused, disciplined effort.
So how does all this focused effort actually show up on the balance sheet? Talk is one thing, but the numbers tell the real story. And according to the company, these key metrics are exactly where the CEO's conviction is coming from.
Take a look at this number right here, 1.6%. That's their sequential constant currency growth. Now, why does that matter? Because it's their strongest quarter in the last 10. With quarterly revenue hitting almost $1.6 billion, this could be a real signal that momentum is shifting.
And check out this chart. It points to another really important win for them. Their EBIT margin, you can think of that as their operating margin, has climbed up to 12.1%. For a company that's all about profitable growth, this is a huge milestone. It really speaks to the operational rigor they've been putting in place.
And listen, this isn't some flash in the pan. We're talking about the eighth consecutive quarter of margin expansion. That kind of consistency, it shows that this focus on efficiency and disciplined execution is really becoming part of their DNA.
Okay, strong internal numbers are a fantastic start, but how is all this translating to the outside world? Let's take a look at how the strategy is actually playing out with clients and across different industries.
What we're seeing here is growth pretty much across the board. You've got manufacturing up over 5%, banking and financial services up over 6%, and retail and logistics really leading the charge at more than 7% growth. Yeah, communications dipped a bit, but the overall picture? It looks like a pretty diversified and healthy business engine.
Now, when you look at it by region, it's kind of a tale of two different stories. Europe is a real bright spot, posting solid 5.5% year-on-year growth. The Americas, though, saw a decline. The company says that's mostly due to some tough macroeconomic conditions over there, with businesses being a bit more cautious with their spending.
Now get a load of this number. $816 million. That is the total contract value of new deals they closed just this quarter. That's a 57% jump on a last 12 months basis. That shows some seriously strong deal momentum and tells you that clients are really buying into their new strategy.
And you can really see their strategy of doubling down on their biggest clients paying off. The revenue they're bringing in from their largest customers, we're talking about the ones spending over $20 million a year, that crossed the $1 billion mark in this quarter alone. It's clear their plan to grow with their key accounts is absolutely working.
So winning these deals now is one thing, but to keep that momentum going, well, Tech Mahindra is making a massive bet on one thing in particular, becoming an absolute leader in artificial intelligence.
So what's their playbook for becoming a leader in AI? Well, it's not just one thing. They're attacking this from a few different angles. They've launched this new platform called TechMarian. They're helping develop a huge sovereign language model for India. They're building out an AI marketplace, and they're already getting some serious recognition for it all.
Now, you're going to hear them talk a lot about this term, agentic AI. So what exactly is it? Well, think of it like the next step up. Instead of an AI that just answers your questions, these are autonomous agents that can actually carry out complex, multi-step tasks all by themselves. Like, an agent could handle the entire process of onboarding a new employee, from setting up accounts to ordering a laptop, with zero human help.
And look, this isn't just some internal hype. This is a massive stamp of approval from the industry analyst Gartner. They rank Tech Mahindra #1 globally on the future potential access for their generative AI services. That really underscores that the market believes they can help shape what's coming next in AI.
All right, so we've seen some really solid progress, and they've got this super bold vision for the future. But hey, no big transformation ever comes without a few bumps in the road. So let's wrap this up by taking a balanced look at what's coming next. So let's kind of boil it all down. What's the scorecard look like right now? Well, on one side, you have some undeniable strengths, that consistent margin growth, really strong deal wins, and that recognized leadership in AI. But on the other side, they are facing some real challenges. A sluggish global economy, some specific client headwinds, and of course, those market declines in places like the Americas.
And you know, to really put a stamp on this new direction, they're actually rolling out a whole new brand. It's way more than just a new logo. It's them declaring their new identity to the world: agile, bold, contemporary. It's meant to reflect the very transformation they're trying to deliver. And all of this brings us to the big question, doesn't it? The turnaround is clearly showing positive results. The financial discipline is there. But can their incredibly ambitious bet on AI leadership take them from just a company in transformation to a true industry bellwether, a leader that everyone else watches? The next 18 months are going to tell us a lot.